everyone, my name is Lynn. Welcome back to Gardening from Square One. If you're joining for the first time, welcome. Today I will be sharing my list of the best perennials for endless blooms this season. Stay tuned. The first group of long blooming perennials on the list are those that bloom from late spring to early summer through fall or the first hard frost. The first plant on my list is yarrow. Now, this lovely perennial is known for its beautiful flat top clusters of tiny little flowers that bloom in the spring. Those blooms come in a stunning array of colors, including white, yellow, pink, and red. Yarrow is heat and drought tolerant. It thrives in well-drained soil, and it blooms from late spring to early fall. It is very low maintenance, attracting pollinators like bees and butterflies, and it is a fantastic choice for borders, meadows, or even as cut flowers in your arrangement. Yarrow is a perfect plant for both novice and seasoned gardeners. Agastaki, also known as Anise hyssop, is a versatile, fragrant plant that can thrive in most gardens. It can grow up to 32 inches in height and width with a little bit of a leggy growth habit. So putting lower growing perennials in front of it is an excellent idea. Now, its medium textured leaves smell like anise or licorice. The plant grows in full or part sun, but it needs at least 3 to 6 hours of sunlight per day. Agastaki is drought tolerant. It can adapt to dry or moist conditions, but it does not like standing water. So make sure you have good drainage where you plant it. It is a very low maintenance plant requiring only occasional upkeep, so deadheading of the blooms. It attracts bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, can be grown in containers, and it is deer and rabbit resistant. Coreopsis, also known as tick seed, is the third selection in the late spring to early summer through fall blooming category. Now, these plants have bright and sunny flowers that are a true delight for any garden with warm or bright colors in terms of its aesthetic. Coreopsis have daisy-like blooms in shades of yellow, orange, and pink that will brighten up your garden. Coreopsis plants bloom from late spring through fall, providing continuous color that attracts butterflies and other pollinators. They're perfect for cottage gardens, borders, or even as ground cover. They love full sun and can be pretty drought tolerant once established. If you want to keep those blooms going all year, just deadhead the spent flowers and it will reward you or your border with blooms all season long. And the final plants in this category, so number 4 is lantana. Lantana is a colorful plant that is a real showstopper. It has clusters of tiny, brightly colored flowers that can be yellow, orange, pink, or purple, sometimes all at once. Lantana blooms from late spring through fall, and it is an absolute magnet for butterflies and hummingbirds. You'll often see lantana growing in sunny borders, sometimes containers as ground cover, or even in rock gardens and xeriscape beds in warmer climates. Now, lantana thrives in full sun and it wants well-drained soil, but once established, it's very drought tolerant. Just keep in mind that in colder regions, you may want to bring lantana indoors during the winter because it is only hardy in zones 9 through 11. Okay, now moving on to early spring to fall long blooming perennials. And first up is Nepeta, also known as catmint. Now, the blooms of Nepeta will grace your garden from early spring in warm climates all the way through the first frost. It will have lavender, blue, or even white flowers that will attract bees and butterflies, making it a pollinator's paradise. This plant is perfect for borders, rock gardens, even containers. Nepeta loves full sun, well-drained soil. Once established, it is quite drought tolerant and super easy to grow. Just give it a little trim after the first bloom to encourage more flowers. Next on the list is daylilies. These beauties are among some of the most beloved perennials. Daylilies are known for their stunning trumpet-shaped flowers that come in a wide range of colors. Reblooming daylilies will bloom almost continuously, with each flower lasting just a day, hence the name. But if you're not familiar with this plant, don't worry. They produce many buds, ensuring a continuous display of color. Now, daylilies thrive in full sun to part shade, and they adapt well to various soil types. Just remember to water them regularly, especially during dry spells. These plants are low maintenance. They're great for borders, mass plantings, or even as focal points in your garden. Another nice thing is you do not have to deadhead these blooms, as they typically fall off, but if they don't, you can just come along and snap them off by hand. I would caution, however, if your area has deer pressure or hot, dry summers where you get spider mites, you may want to further research this plant as it grows in your specific location. Next on the list is lavender. Lavender is known for its beautiful, stunning purple flower spikes and its enchanting fragrance. Lavender blooms from early to mid-spring to early fall through the first frosts in warm climates. This plant attracts pollinators, will add a lovely scent to your outdoor space, and it is perfect for herb gardens, borders, and even as a low hedge. Lavender thrives in full sun with well drained soil, making it quite drought tolerant once it becomes established. Just give it a little pruning after blooming to keep it looking tidy and also to encourage new growth. Plus, the dry flowers are fantastic for crafts and sachets. If you're growing lavender in hot, dry climates, Goodwin Creek and Spanish lavender are unbeatable. Next on the list is salvia or sage, and it comes in many varieties with blooms ranging from deep blues, purple to bright reds, pinks, and even white. These beauties typically bloom from early spring until fall or even winter in very warm climates. Salvia provides continuous bursts of colors throughout the season that butterflies and hummingbirds simply adore. Salvia thrives in full sun with well drained soil, making it an excellent choice for sunny borders, mixed flower beds, or even containers. It is also quite drought tolerant once established and perfect for low maintenance gardening. With so many varieties to choose from, you can find the perfect salvia to fit your garden style or aesthetic. It is a super versatile plant that deserves a spot in every garden. Next on the list is Veronica. Now, this is a newer plant from my garden, relatively speaking, but oh my, have I been impressed with these plants. Veronica is sometimes referred to as speedwell, but no matter the name, this pretty perennial is known for its spikes of small, tubular flowers that come in shades of blue, purple, and white. Veronica will begin blooming in early to mid spring in warmer climates, all the way through fall and even in early winter. You'll find some varieties still blooming. Veronica thrives in full sun to part sun, preferring well drained soil, and these plants are quite resilient in that they can tolerate a bit of drought once established. Veronica provides lovely splashes of color while attracting bees and butterflies. They're perfect for borders, rock gardens, and even mixed flower beds. Just deadhead the spent blooms to keep the plants looking their best. Okay, now for number one. And number one is the queen of flowers. I'm referring to roses. The roses are a classic beauty. They come in countless varieties, colors, many are fragrant, which makes them a favorite for gardeners everywhere. Roses typically bloom from late spring to fall and reliably through early winter in warm climates. Now, many varieties are repeat bloomers, providing a continuous show of color and fragrance. Whether you prefer hybrid teas, floribundas, climbing roses, English roses, antiques, or the no fuss landscape roses like knockouts and oh so easy roses, essentially there's a rose for every gardener and gardening style. Now, roses prefer full sun and well drained soil. Many are heavy feeders, so make sure you amend your soils and feed the roses. They require regular watering and pruning, which will help keep them healthy and blooming beautifully. Don't forget to enjoy their lovely scent. Okay, that is my list of the best perennial plants for a colorful garden all season long. If you enjoy learning about or seeing these beautiful blooms, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, click notifications for more gardening information and tips. Also, add in the comments which plant you're excited to add to your garden this year. Happy gardening, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.